Hey, I am Jess, and I'm obsessed with all things nutrition, science, and helping you navigate this information while maintaining a deep sense of peace and empowerment in your body. I'm a registered dietitian who started out with an eating disorder and then fell in love with learning about how God intricately designed our bodies to be resilient and so much more than superficially beautiful. I am now a mama who loves to be healthy, not because of how it makes me look, but because of how it has transformed the energy I can give to my family, my friends, and you. On this show, we hit on real talk around the latest nutrition science and body image resiliency, all while balancing it between grit and grace. Think of this as your weekly audio coffee to encourage your empowered eating journey. This is the Fuel Her Awesome podcast. Oh my gosh, we are 1 week away from Christmas. Can you believe it? What a special time of year. I hope you, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're enjoying this season and giving yourself that balance of intentionality with food mixed with grace. I like the new slogan. Y'all have probably heard it, the grit, grace, and glucose approach, where we have a little bit of grit, we've got some intentionality, we're still getting after it, but we have so much space for grace and being kind to ourselves, and we always need glucose, whether that's literally in the glucose form or more figuratively speaking, in the sense that we need just general nutrition to get us through this season. Now, as you may have heard, I am taking December to cook up some awesome stuff for you guys come January. So some of the episodes you're hearing this month are previously recorded episodes. Today, I will be sharing with you guys one of the episodes that was most popular last year, and that is how to not swing from restriction to overeating this holiday season. Like, how do we have that healthy, happy balance? And it's one that you loved last year, so I know you're going to love to hear again this year. All right, friends, if you are one of these people who swing from not allowing yourself to have candy, not allowing, and all of a sudden Halloween hits and that's all you want, and you're like, give me the candy, and you're stealing your kids' candy, trying to get it, you're eating the candy, you're about to pass out, and then you feel so sick, and then you feel like you got to pay for it the next day. It's that pendulum swing. I want you to know you're not alone. So many humans struggle with this, and I think, we get stuck in this cycle because the food is something that we give it power, and we think we cannot have it. And if you think of little kids, like if I told my little boys, you can't have candy, or you can only have one piece of candy, and I enter their Halloween experience with that restrictive mindset, what do you think they're going to do if they're left unattended with the candy? They are going to sneak it. Don't tell me your kid wouldn't, because they would. It's just in our nature to want things that are pleasurable, especially if they're marked with a label that we can't have them. And so when it comes to Halloween candy and entering this holiday season, my mission over the next few weeks is I want to help you guys stop this pendulum swing and maintain a level of stability throughout the season, because I think you're going to enjoy it more. So today I'm talking about how to stop this swing and what to do different this holiday season, and I'm so excited. This is actually just the start. Beginning next week, I will be doing a 3-part series called Happy Holiday Eating, where we will be breaking down all the hot holiday topics, like how to maintain your health over the holidays, quality versus quantity, that great debate, balancing health and fun over the holiday season, how to prevent overeating and binging, what do you do about weight gain, like all of that. We're going to dive into all the topics. So stay tuned the next few weeks as we break down the Happy Holiday Eating series. But as for today, we're talking about the first 3 steps you can do to do things differently this holiday season. Starting today, starting with Halloween. If you have plans to go out with your kids, this is something that you can start doing right now, just to set the tone for the next couple months, the next few weeks as we enter food holiday season. So what I want to do is walk you through these 3 steps. And this is something that I do one-on-one with clients. This is pulled from my Food Foundation's e-course. It is based on the empowered eating model. Now, if you aren't familiar with the empowered eating model, maybe you're new here. First of all, hi, welcome. I'm glad you're here. If you have been here before, I'm sure you've heard me talk about this. The empowered eating model is ultimately the model I operate under and how I help people make these values-based, faith-led health goals. And that's layering 3 things on top of each other. First and foremost, We have to have our goals and our health goals be values-based. And we have to make sure those values are values we have chosen. They're not values that have been imposed on us from family, maybe culture. That's where a lot of like the diet culture stuff comes in, is they tell us we are supposed to value our physical silhouette or being skinny above other things. But I think it's super important to clear that stuff out and get clear on what you want health to look like in your life and how that plays into your values. So that's number one. Number two is the science, the nutrition science piece. And this is where, I get nerdy and my work comes in. It's really fun for me to live in this world, but this is only a piece of it. Beyond that, we also have to pull in your own biofeedback. So it's values-based, science-supported, and biofeedback adjusted eating. It's an incredible way to live. This is how I live. This is what I'm working to teach my kids. And the beauty of it all is there's no perfect way to do it. There is no arriving at empowered eating. Instead, it's a journey. It's something that we continue to learn as we go. And honestly, we change as we age and our life is in different circumstances. We're in different seasons. So it's something that you can carry with you no matter where you are, no matter what season you're in life. Okay, so first 3 steps. Let's get started on what we can do today entering into Halloween. So number 1 is establish your priorities. In order to have values-based and faith-led health goals for this season and for the holiday season coming up, we need to get really clear on what this looks like specifically for us. Because believe me, there will be distractions. There will be lots popping up over the next season. And then, of course, we enter, January, which is weight loss season, which is a whole nother thing. We'll talk about that later. But we need to be clear on what success and values-based faith-led health goals look like for you in the next couple months. So I want you to pause. Imagine yourself on December 31st. So we're getting ready to go into 2023. So fast forward to that. I want you to imagine yourself sitting at your kitchen, in your living room, somewhere you like to be within your home environment. Maybe you're by a Christmas tree. In my case, it would be by 5 Christmas trees. I have a lot. So I want you to reflect on the previous 2 months. What do you see? How did you care for yourself amidst the holiday season? How did you see yourself come together with others around food? How did you lean into trusting the process and having faith that your body was divinely crafted and that it can handle some of the extra goodies that are around? In what ways did you steward your energy to create a present, enjoyable, generous holiday season? Outside of food, what did you get out of this holiday season? Take a minute to reflect on these. You might notice some positive things come up, maybe some negative things. Maybe you imagine yourself sitting there on December 31st reflecting on how you struggled and things went wrong and you feel really terrible. Now you're feeling like you have to make up for it going into 2023. If that's the case, guess what? Friends, it's not December 31st. You have time to rewrite that story. You're in charge of how the next few months go, and we can set that intention now. Maybe you had some positive things pop up. Like maybe you envisioned yourself maintaining a lot of the goals you've set. You feel like you're in a really good place and you want to carry it on. Awesome. Let's get clear on what needs to happen to make that happen so that you can be sitting there on December 31st by your 1 or 5 Christmas trees and feel really good about going into 2023. For every single person, this is going to look different. And so I think of all my different clients, and I have like different categories of clients. I'm going to call her Motivated Molly, I have Weight Loss Wendy, and Recovery Rachel. And each of these categories, while they don't capture the nuances of each individual, they do have these like umbrella characteristics that I think people can relate to. Okay, so Motivated Molly, this is the person who had a great 2022. Like she hit her goals. She took her health farther than she's ever taken it. And she feels like her strongest and healthiest self going into this holiday season. She may decide that for the next couple months, for November and December, she wants to maintain the success she has accomplished thus far. And it's a great time for her to continue like pulling her goals into the holiday season and seeing how they fit, seeing how she can now just make this healthy version of her a way of life, regardless of what's going on around her. So that might be Motivated Molly. Maybe you relate to her. Then we've got Weight Loss Wendy. Weight Loss Wendy has worked hard all year long to hit some of her weight loss goals, and she's super nervous going into the holidays. She is like, I love the holidays. There's food everywhere. I'm coming off a year of, really focusing on eating healthy, and I'm so nervous that all this food is going to be around. For her, going into the holidays might look a little bit different. For weight loss Wendy, she might decide to set some practices that help her maintain the progress she has made on her weight loss journey thus far, and perhaps put some of the weight loss on hold. And she just learns to incorporate a lot of the newer, healthier habits into this season, but adjust her expectations knowing that she's going to want to partake in some of the festivities. Or maybe you're recovery Rachel and you've been struggling with an eating disorder and holidays are just like anxiety central. Food, family, and family may be good or bad, but there is this chaos and like overwhelm that comes with the holiday season. For recovery Rachel, I want to invite her to pull faith into her goals this season. And whatever walk of faith you have, friends, I truly believe that your walk is your walk. But when I say faith, I mean leaning into trusting the process, trusting that your body was beautifully and divinely crafted and that it can handle the holiday season. Trusting that you deserve grace just as much as you would give it to your best friend, to your spouse, to your family. Like you deserve that space to not do things perfectly. And then some tactical tips for recovery Rachel would include things like mindfulness practices so you feel present when you're with the food and don't feel like it's going to run out of control. It helps combat some of that general fear we feel around food, and also some solid self-care routines. When holidays come up and there's a lot of stress, it's super important to have that self-care laid out and mapped out and prioritize, whether that's eating certain meals at certain times or exercise routines. I mean, for everybody, that's going to look different. Again, these are general examples, but all of this to say that if you relate more to Motivated Molly, clearly your goals and your priorities over the next couple months are going to be very different than Weight Loss Wendy's or Recovery Rachel's goals and priorities. The key is to get clear on what you are after. Because trust me, like I said, there's going to be so many distractions. Everybody's going to be talking about all the food and how fat it makes them. I mean, it just drives me nuts. I'm like, can we not just eat food and enjoy it and decide to eat it or not decide not to eat it? Like, don't just sit there and talk about it and invite other people into the misery. Like, let's just be. Drives me crazy. There's going to be lots and lots of that. So we need to get clear on where we stand. One of the things that I look to for confirmation that you're on the right path is that you feel peace in your journey. Like you feel that you're on the right path because there is a sense of peace and comfort that comes with working and focusing on that particular intention for the holiday season. We talk about this in Food Foundations. I have journal prompts where I ask students to explore their health in relation to each of their values. It's a super powerful exercise. If you've taken Food Foundations, I want to invite you to go back to this module and revisit your values. Rejournal how health fits into your values, specifically thinking about the next couple months and how you want to be sitting come December 31st. And if you haven't taken Food Foundations, okay, it's a really good time to start. Most people wait until January to start this stuff, but I am a huge, huge believer that you got to start now. You have got to pull the health intention and the clarity of mind into your aura, your being, your existence now. Holiday season is something that if we go into autopilot or we go into auto mode, it can really set us up to start these pendulum swings come January. And I don't want that for y'all. It's an exhausting place to live. So if you haven't signed up for Food Foundations, head on over to jessbrownrd.com, click on courses, you can get all the details there. Okay, so that's number one, get clear on your priorities. Number two, know your needs. Guys, this is the nutrition science piece. I think of it like knowing your budget. When we sit down for the holiday season, before we go Christmas shopping, before we buy all the presents, we set a budget. If you go into holiday season swiping your credit or debit card for every little thing you see and want, or that appeals to you, which, I mean, you walk into Target in 2.5 seconds. There's so many things in the dollar section. I can walk into Target and spend literally $40 without even fully walking into the store. If we do this, friends, we are going to have a hefty bill that we have to pay come January. I see many parallels with money and our own nutrition budget. On the one hand, we want to have a mindset of abundance and trust that we will have enough. And then on the other, we have to be logical and wise on how we want to live within our means. I believe it's the same for nutrition and our nutrition budget. If we eat and enjoy and indulge every little thing that is presented to us over the holiday season, we will likely have a hefty health bill that we have to pay come January. So in efforts to keep us from surprise or unwanted bills come January, come the new year, let's set our budget. Let's get acquainted with what our body needs through the nutrition science lens. Let's get that locked in. Friends, understanding what and how much food your body needs and operates well on is crucial. It's crucial for anyone who's struggled with restriction because it can help them understand how much your body really needs and actually set you up to enjoy holiday foods. I mean, if you know you need a certain amount of carbs in a day and then you look at that pumpkin pie and you see that that pumpkin pie is actually only 10% of your daily carb needs, it gives you peace and helps you trust the process. If you struggle with overeating, understanding how you need to meet your needs consistently and how to do that is super helpful to prevent you from binging or overeating. And then if you do overeat, you have a clear return to normalcy roadmap so that you don't start on that restrict all day, binge all night merry-go-round. You can just get back on track the next day. When it comes to knowing your nutrition needs, I believe there are 2 ways to do it. One, if you are in a place where you can hear your body's biofeedback, you feel connected to your body, things are operating smoothly in your body, you can just use your hunger satiety cues. It's beautiful how those are built in to help us learn how to fuel our bodies appropriately. Now, if you're someone who maybe has some medical issues, perhaps cholesterol is too high, blood pressure is high, maybe you're trying to recover from a nutrition deficiency, or you have a specific goal, that's where pulling in a dietitian or working with someone who does do that for a living can help you come up with a plan. They can help fill in that nutrition science piece. I love doing that for people. And then, of course, using your biofeedback to adjust the plan and make it fit you and your body, but ultimately getting that direction from a professional who does this for a living. I mean, there's a reason we have a job, right? I go to my accountant to help me with my budget and my finances. I don't just ask, the person at the gym that I don't know anything about other than she has nice shoes, so I assume she has a good budget. I mean, really, that's what we do. It's true. We look at people who are in thin bodies and we think they know everything about nutrition, so we ask them what they do rather than going to a professional and getting guided advice that's tailored to us. Okay, so that's number 2, get to know your nutrition needs. And then number 3, here's the tactical tip. I want you to maintain your top 3 healthy habits throughout the holiday season. This is going to be your rock solid self-care routine so that you can keep up with everything going on, all the different directions you're going to be pulled, some of the later nights, the social events. That's all fun and games. That's all a season. But if we can maintain our top 3 healthy self-care routine habits, we are going to get through this holiday season with more energy and ultimately more enjoyment. And that's what we're here for, right? That's the point of the whole holiday season, is time for family and connection and slowing down. And we do better if we have better energy to do that. For me, my top 3 include my exercise routine, my mindful eating practices when I am enjoying dessert foods, and one veggie-based meal. These are practices that I have found strongly support my rhythm. They make me feel better. I sleep better. I'm just a happier human to be around when I partake in these 3 things. So exercise, this is my most solid self-care routine. Like I mentioned, I sleep better. I feel better. It truly sets the tone for my day. So in general, this one is a non-negotiable for me. I will work this into my week, whether it's 3 times or 6 times. I will do my best, but it has to be a part of my routine as long as I am healthy and able to do it. My mindfulness practice, this is something I like to do when enjoying foods outside of my normal nutrition rhythm. When I have dessert foods and all the holiday foods, I don't say no to myself. I know myself well enough to know that if I put it off limits, it triggers my restrict binge cycle, and I'm not willing to go back to that. So instead, what I do is practice mindful eating, which means I taste the food. I sit there, and before I decide how much I'm going to eat, I decide how much I actually like it. I have to tell you guys an example of this. Many years ago, I was giving a mindful eating course and I passed out chocolates. You guys know those little Dove chocolates. If you don't know, they come in lots of different flavors. And I had grabbed some traditional ones like dark chocolate, sea salt, milk chocolate, and then some holiday ones like the pumpkin. I think there was a strawberries and cream. Anyways, I passed them out to the whole group. Everybody got a different flavor. And I asked them to open it up very slowly, and I had them smell it. And, of course, they're all annoyed with me. They're like, just let me eat the freaking chocolate. So I asked them to open it up and take one bite. And I'm walking them through actually tasting it and prompting them with questions to decide whether or not they like the chocolate. And then we finished the chocolate and I came back and I asked some other questions. And what was amazing is that many people reported They didn't actually like the chocolate and they chose to not finish it. However, they stated that had they not had those prompts and they had just picked it up like in the hallway at their work or in passing, they would have eaten the whole thing without even noticing. All of this to say, pulling in that mindfulness piece when we enjoy dessert is game-changing. It does a few things. One, it allows us to decide if we actually like it and whether or not we want to continue eating it. And then if we do like it and we want to continue eating it, we actually enjoy it. And isn't that the point of fun food? Like if I'm going to eat a piece of pumpkin pie, I'm going to enjoy it. And I don't want to just eat it on autopilot and go, wait, did I finish that whole thing? No, I'm going to enjoy every single taste. It's funny I use pumpkin pie. I don't actually like pumpkin pie. So that would be an example of where I taste it and go, I think I'll have like the peanut butter bonbons or something different. And then that last practice was a veggie-based meal. This is something I've started practicing this year, which is intentionally having one meal that is vegetable-based. Because if I don't do this, I don't eat enough veggies. And when I do it, when I do it, I feel better. And this might be a salad. Right now I'm eating this delicious fall salad with beets and butternut squash and a maple dressing. Or it might look like a veggie-based stew. Last night we made a quinoa, pumpkin, zucchini, tomato, pepper stew. Talk about delicious. But either way, I am getting one meal that provides me with a boatload of veggies. And I found that to be an excellent practice. So those are my practices, and those are the 3 habits that I will take into the holiday season and be very intentional about. I have my priorities clear so that I can stay committed to my goals and my own process as we go through this holiday season. Friends, I want to invite you to do the same so that you can enjoy this holiday season and you don't pull in guilt and shame. You don't find yourself tonight at Halloween going, do I eat the candy? Do I not eat the candy? Crap, I ate too much candy. Like you've got a clear map of what you want to get out of the next couple months. It is an invaluable practice because when we set aside this food struggle, when we don't have this stuff eclipsing our experience, we just get to be awesome. We just get to have an awesome holiday season. And that's what I want for you, friends. I'm super excited for what's to come. Like I mentioned, I will be kicking off the Happy Holiday Eating series starting next week. We'll be doing 3 weeks of basically holiday prep work. We're going to be talking through how to enter in this holiday season in more tactical detail because I want this for y'all. I want it so badly. If you're ready to take that plunge even deeper and you do want help with your fuel plan, you want that roadmap, you can check out my resources at jessbrownrd.com. I've got a free 3 steps to empowered eating guide. And of course, the details that Food Foundations is ready for you. That is my self-paced e-course that is available to you at any time today. Like you could start today and enter into Thanksgiving knowing what you want to get out of it. Yeah, like can you imagine how different it would be? It'd be incredible. I want that for you, friends. You can also find out more by joining me live on November 10th at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. I will see you guys over there. See you next week as we kick off the Happy Holiday Eating series. Until next time, friends, cheers and happy eating. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope it strengthened your food journey and empowered you to live boldly in your body. Real quick, sister, before you go, if you liked today's episode, the best way you can thank me is head on over to iTunes, Fuel Her Awesome Podcast, leave a review and subscribe. Then take a screenshot and share it on your social media. Don't forget to tag me at jessbrownrd. And if you're looking for more resources, be sure to check out my website, jessbrownrd.com. I've got info on my e-course, Fuel Her Awesome, Food Foundations, my 10-step ebook on how to beat body bullying, and so much more. I cannot wait to chat with you babes again. Until next time, cheers and happy eating.